and get started with today's little presentation. Well, first off, good afternoon, everyone, and thank you for all coming and supporting. It's always appreciated. Always thank everybody. So today I'm gonna kind of do a little bit more pastry side because I haven't really actually done an actual demonstration in the last couple of ones. So we're gonna do a little bit of one of my favorite things is that I like to do, which is actually cake decorating. So that's one of my backgrounds that's always been. So I'm just gonna show you guys a few different, these two today that we have this demonstrated in front on how to go and kind of create these little spooky treats is what we're calling them today. All right, so for this first one, it's gonna be a brain is what it's actually, I'm calling this one. Yeah, there you go, it's gonna be a little brain. I know it's a little confusing, it looks a little off, but that's gonna be a brain. All right, so with this one, I did chocolate today because our other one's gonna be pumpkin. So I wanted to give a little bit of a variety. So what I'll actually do is start off by actually putting a pretty nice dollop of the buttercream in the center and the little bit of the scary treat on this one. Is that, so I'm gonna fill it today with a little raspberry, blueberry little compote is what I went ahead and made. And actually put it in the center of the actual buttercream itself. So when you open up the brain, it oozes out a little bit. It's gonna make it a little spooky is what we'll go and say with that one. So then for this one, I mean, brains are pretty much symmetrical, is what we call them. So what we'll actually do is we'll put pretty much a line of buttercream right down the middle. And then pretty much the whole exciting part about this is just doing little squiggles all over the place. Just to go and fill in all that extra space on this little cupcake itself to still make it full. I mean, the buttercream, you still have to think about how we're actually gonna eat this thing itself. And I know that's most people's favorite parts, the buttercream. And then from here, we're just gonna go and add a little bit of, little blood is what I call it. And then we'll add a little bit there, make it spooky. And this would be our first one over here. Just gonna, this one. And then the second one today that we got for y'all, what we're gonna end up doing is we're gonna do a little bit of a bundt cake. So what this one is gonna be a homemade pumpkin bundt cake. We're gonna end up splitting them in half at first. And then we're gonna fill them. So what I like to do is go ahead and just separate this because the pumpkin itself, or the bundt cake itself already has those little ridges and those edges. So just go ahead and use that whenever you're actually going and frosting the cake itself. So another backstory about me. So one of my first jobs while I was going to college was actually nothing bundt cakes. Oh. So that's why if you see these little things, they look a little familiar. I was a froster, so over time, I mean, I just got used to this whole thing. So it's muscle memory at this point. So what we're gonna do is go ahead and put our little dollop in the center, and then we're gonna squish it down a little bit, make a little sandwich, is what I call it. And then the trick over there at Nothing Bundt Cakes is bottom up is what they always say. So start from the bottom, end at the top. And then we're gonna work our way all the way around this cupcake. Yes. Air bubbles, that's another thing to always watch out for. It happens. Makes it look a little more rustic is what we'll call it. And then from here, I'll do a little dollop in the center. And you can end there, but, so I made these little chocolate pieces, what we did on here. So I'll put a little chocolate in the center, a little stick itself. And then we made little mouth pieces and the little eyes. All the cutouts for the little, what are we gonna call it? A jack-o'-lantern, there we go. All right, and then we got our little pumpkin in the front. Alrighty, and these are gonna be the two things I wanted to show off to you guys today. And then I have another treat in the back, and then again, I mean, we have a little costume contest, so stay around for a little bit for that one. A little costume contest. Oh, yeah. But yes, go ahead and help yourself. I'm gonna bring out one more treat, but this is all for the demonstration today. I hope everyone enjoyed, and help yourselves.
Thank you.